What's going on, everybody? It is Jerry from the PVL, and I am streaming a scrim between Heavenly Knights and ATF. They're practicing, getting ready for the PVL Week 1 that should start soon. We're also going to have, I believe, Chatmaster, who is going to stream some of the stuff for the league, is coming. I don't think I caught up with him, but it looks like APOC did. Yeah, so he's gonna get everything rolling there. In the meantime, I'm just gonna try to get as many scrims in preparation of the league, taking, just so you can see them, see what the teams are doing, see kind of what their game plan is. Not really to throw anybody under the bus, but at least to give you an idea, specifically with the new patch and the updates to the different teams, kind of what you're going to be looking at. So while we're waiting on that, I'm going to get the rest of, hop on YouTube, and let everybody know we're online. Just all sorts of fun stuff. And while this is going on, I'm probably gonna be playing with some of the different options in OBS. So don't judge. I'm much like they are. I am trying to get ready so that when the league is rolling, we don't have to worry about any of this stuff. Nobody's watching yet, but I'm gonna broadcast some of that. If you have any questions, please post them in the chat. I will be happy to respond. And it looks like we have too many people spectating. So there's that. But, as like I was saying, I'm going to be posting some videos asking some of the teams or more of the teams about the patch and their opinions of it. So if there's a specific team you're interested in, I'll be happy to interview some of those guys. I'm going to try to get everybody, not prior to week 1, but try to get everybody, in the first couple of weeks. And we're going to interview each team just so you can kind of learn about them. Some of these guys are just regular players trying to get to the next level. Some of them are true esports teams. So there's a lot of different types of people playing. So it ought to be interesting to get to know some of these guys and see what they've done to get to where they're at and how they're going to continue to hang in there and build themselves up. Just gonna hop on here and get a link to the channel. And copy link, go. Alright. I see 3 people watching. Who's here? Streams, it's a little bit better. And just announcements. All right. I think we might be ready. Got a lot of complaints about the PVL logo, so I got a different one. Hopefully, I'll get less complaints about that because it's white. Look at that. It's white. You can see it. It's beautiful. I guess. Hopefully, everybody's ready. We can get this thing rolling. Maybe. Are we ready now? It is so. There we go.
Blue team's turn to ban.
So we'll just assume the bans will be the same as they have been. I haven't seen any really big changes as far as bans since the patch. I cannot imagine that Batman's going to get banned, but, you know, maybe he will. I assume they're just looking for Superman or Rourke. Or maybe Chognar. You know, with the new support items, everybody seems really, really deeply concerned about support characters. And they're good. They're better now with those. But you need those characters. Teamy out, Chognar out. Are they going to ban Alice? Probably not. Murad is a better pick. The Superman, Flash, Aram, Lindis, you got a ton of people that are not being banned, which is not going to be good for one of the teams. Looks like ATF is going to pick first, so maybe it's just going to work out in their favor. We shall see. Still, they only get one pick, so I mean, all those characters, there's still at least one going to be available. So we've got Malik, Superman, there's Rourke, so maybe Rourke gone. Violet was not even on, yeah, okay. So Superman, Flash, Aram, okay, Slims. So we can get a full meta team. But they picked Violet first. So that's really gonna fall in favor of HK, I would imagine. And they get Crixie. By the way, Tulin still deals substantially more damage than Crixie. I don't know why everybody's hung up with Crixie. Well, I know why. I mean, everybody saw people playing her on AWC, but just because a few people played does not mean that she is the best. And you also have to remember, I mean, those are like elite, like top tier guys. Not to say that that HK or ATF is not. I don't think she's broken. I mean, she's doing the same damage she always did, really. Oh, Natalia. Now I'm interested. I'm sure he's gonna swap to somebody else, but I'm always a fan of seeing Natalia melt people's faces. He doesn't have the Monster High skin though, so yeah. I don't know about green hair Natalia. Yeah, Grak Natalia. That's strong.
Team's turn to pick.
Yeah, I mean, I don't... Maybe I just need to use Violet more. You think Flash? He's still great. I mean, he's super strong, but... I guess I haven't seen a lot of people play him competitively because he's always banned. Maybe we'll see it? No, we're not going to see it now. What about Cricknack? What do you think about Cricknack? Jungle. I mean, everybody's freaking out about the fact that they think that marksmen are no longer the best pick for jungle. They're still good. It would. I mean, I don't want to see Lindis played more often. Or more often than she was. Ullman's still strong, so that's a good pick, I think. But Aram, see, there you go. That's a good pick. It's an interesting setup, though. I mean, strong tank, strong tank. I mean, Violet and Natalia. That's a lot of damage, a lot of hit points, and Scud can push towers. I mean, that's strong. On the other side, still a bunch of hit points. Mina, Xenial, Arduin. Just feel like the damage is going to come. You're going to get higher damage from the ATF picks. At least, you know, currently. Maybe I'm wrong. Just general observations.
10 seconds remaining.
But we'll see. I'm wrong all the time. Yeah, I agree. Scud probably would have been the better choice. But still, though, I mean, I think the focus is going to be stopping Scud versus even taking towers. Just me. I mean, Scud is ridiculous right now. I don't know, though. Yeah, but Xenial, I will say Xenial with his ult is dangerous in a lot of scenarios. I just feel like you're gonna get higher damage output, and Aram, even though she's a tank, does pretty strong damage. I mean, they're gonna have the lead as far as that. Now, actually doing damage, who knows?
Welcome to Arena. Get ready.
All right, so
5 seconds.
Man, that's just a lot of tanks. Looks like they're all gonna roll bottom, Scud, top, and it looks like HK is doing the same thing. They're just gonna have the 4 meet the 4. No, Crixie stayed mid just to get the lane. Well, she backed off. We've got Aram staying in there, really keeping the pressure on. Grak is just hanging out, just soaking up damage if necessary. Natalia can't do very much at all at level 1, so she backs off. She's got to get to level 2. Aram takes that first blood, and it looks like everybody's going to kind of merge in the middle. But Natalia really needs to get her too. I think it's a smart pick, taking the slow before taking the damage. That's what I would do on an invade. So I mean that makes sense. Aram just gonna kind of hang, then rotate down bottom. Grak, Aram aren't gonna be able to do much. Violet's already just kind of moving up. I don't know if they see the heaviness up on top, but they're in a situation where they could really get mixed up quick. Unfortunately, Aram's there. She's gonna run into the Mina, and they just ignore each other completely. Also, I mean, everybody's seen this by now, but the graphics for the mobs in the jungle looks fantastic. Scud just going in wrecking. Mina's dead. Cricknack is not going to survive. Is he? He is not. And forgive me, I've got some sinus issues still, so I apologize in advance. So Nani on Violet is really clearing fast. And Scud's up on levels too. And they're doing a great job of roaming and making sure everything's maintained and clear. Let's see what's going on up here. Yeah. I mean, even if they were similar levels, Aram would be on top, but yeah, Mina's got to get out. Mina's got to get some levels. Natalia's about to hit 4 and get her ult. Meanwhile, bottom, we got Scud able to bring the pressure. Grak there to back him. But I don't think, yeah. So Grak rotates mid to help Natalia. Scud's just going to try to just maintain pressure. Everybody's sort of leaving the Abyssal alone, and that's a big change from the previous patch. I mean, or previous game. Normally, people would be all over the Abyssal, but they're just kind of, everybody's focus right now is maintaining the river and just maintaining that pressure. Natalia just scouting the bush. Got a lot of potential here. Scud's by himself. There's 3. Violet rolls in, gets some quick damage off, and everybody just backs off. Natalia's there. Mina was gonna be there. She's out. Oh, that was a good effort on the Grak hook. Meanwhile, Violet's taking out the Abyssal, which is going to be big if they can get it. Crixie can steal it, but she's not going to be able to get there in time. Alright, so they back off. HK takes their blue buff, and they're just going to try to recuperate and kind of block mid, it looks like. So not a lot of true pressure at the moment, just minions. We're at 5 minutes, so there it is. So So the ballista are out. That's going to change the strategy completely, because if ATF continues this, I mean, there's no way they're going to be able to stop it. Those ballista are just going to clear towers. Let's see. There we go. Now Grack's in. He misses a hook. Looks like Aram's going to die, but Natalia just melting faces. Violet's there to kind of clear off the stuff that's left. That was a really nice flicker away. Violet still gets it, but man, Crixie looking good until she died. Anyway, we got two ballista right there. Natalia's going to clear that, and I'm pretty sure this mid tower is going down. Scud, meanwhile, is just cleaning house. Is he going to? He almost got that tower, but Natalia, like I said, there wasn't any stopping that. We got Grack right here, about half-life. Natalia just clearing stuff for the sake of doing it. And Grack takes the tower. That's a nice suicide clear. I like it. Natalia makes it back mid, cleaning up. Aram, I mean, there's nothing going on up top. Kind of feel bad for Arduin. He's steady pushing, but it's just not happening. We got a wave of people moving top. Natalia is there to help, but she's not going to be able to do much. They get, yeah, you may as well just back off before you ult. Still, there you go. Natalia's slow is fantastic. Alright, Grack shows up, so they should be able to hold him off. One of them backed off. Since we've got all this pressure, I mean, Scud, man. You gotta ban Scud. Or be somehow prepared for him. But still, I mean, unless you have Omega on the other side, you're really just in trouble. But Scud is clearly the better option there. So meanwhile, Scud still there, just kind of chilling. Clears wave. He's gonna move up. Cricknack. Haven't really seen a lot of Cricknack. Up top, we've got Beastly Tank, other Beastly Tank, and Natalia, who can pretty much kill anybody. That's challenging. Let's see what they do. Nino pulls them in for ult, prevents anybody from using anything, which is great. They're able to kill Natalia, and that really, really wrecks their whole dream. Aram is gonna die, and Grack fortunately backed off long enough to really just a clear wave. But that was definitely a win for them. However, their tower's gonna die. Oh my god. Look how much damage he just did to the base. And somehow, look at that, Scud lives. All that, or Violet does all that crazy damage. He's gonna have to back off. He's got, yeah. So he rolls out. Grack still, he's rolling out too. Yeah, they're all super low. Natalia and Aram are back. They were able to clear that tower, but I just don't know how much of a benefit it's going to be. They really, really are going to need a buff. We've got the Enraged Abyssal going to be up in 8 seconds. So it's going to be who can take which one first, and ATF's already on top of the Dark Slayer. I mean, now's the time. Unless they are able to... What are they doing? HK really, really, really really needs to push. It doesn't even matter where. As long as bottom is clear and pushing, they've still got 2 towers up top and mid. I mean, I would say, I mean, they've got to put some pressure somewhere. Crixie is, or not Crixie, Cricknack is not going to be able to do it yet. So, we got 3 mid who could feasibly hold them off. And the buff's going to make it challenging. They drop the Drake. So he's rolling in, putting pressure over there. They're going to be able to, because they're split now, because HK split, they're going to be able to clear that. They're still not going to take that mid tower, but they're able to take the rest. Scud takes it down. Alright. So that's that. Natalia, where you at? Negative. I won't judge builds. That's not what I'm here to do. But if you're gonna play my mains, you gotta give me something. You know what I'm thinking. Let's see what we got here. Oh, hey, look at that. Oh, APOC's doing it. Look at that, APOC. If you're not a fan of APOC, you should be. Roll right up here. I shall return. We'll see what we have on this one. All right. Looks like we're ready to go. And real quick, I'm just gonna do a shout out to my wife. She actually watches these videos. You know deep down she's judging me, but she's a fan. Well, but I mean, these are things from a preparation standpoint. This is the kind of stuff that they need to kind of plan for this stuff. That's why scrims are important. And it's not the purpose. I mean, I go on and on about this stuff, but the purpose of the PVL is not for one team to just dominate. I think it would be a disservice to everybody if anybody went 12-0. Hopefully, I mean, we're going to have people losing in general, but hopefully everybody will end 6-6, which can't happen, but I mean, it'd be really awesome if there were parity and it was just a bunch of really good games. That's what I want. It looks like, is everybody here? Am I not friends with my own guild members? Look at that. I'm terrible. Hmm. We're waiting on APOC. Ooh, Windows Defender. I should really pay attention to these.
Blue team's turn to ban.
Oh, there we go. Okay. So let's see how the bands change. I'm thinking Scud. Nah, they still for the violet.
Red team's turn to ban.
If I were HK, I would take Scud. I mean, that's the best thing you can do after that. I don't even know what all that's about. Golly, man. All she's good for is clearing
Blue
minions.
team's turn to ban.
You just get out of her ult and you win. Again, well, I mean, this is a point I should make. I have not spent a lot of time playing since the patch came out. I have been working on getting the PVL website running and up. I have been working on scheduling. Maybe Kali's awesome, but up until last week, she was not. Teamy gone, Scud, smart pick, gone, Murad, I can't stand, so I'm glad he's banned, period. Rourke, he's not the ridiculously cheap crap character that he was, but he's still, I think he's correct, like he's built right now. You can still have fun playing him, but not be that guy. You know what guy I'm talking about. Alright, let's see how the picks change. They get Slims. That's a strong pick. And Rourke. Alistair. Nice. I feel like he's going to change that, but I think Alistair is great in this current meta. That's awesome. I can't wait to see this. Random point, Chognar is not banned, so maybe we'll see some fun little elephant stuff going on. Grak, good pick. You've got Grak with the pull and the lockdown, Slims with the stun and the escape, Crixie with pretty fantastic area damage. Okay, yeah. He will pick Xenial, I think. Or Malik. There you go. I'm down with that. Either one. And Baldum. Somebody pick Chognar. Come on. No Alice, no Chognar. After all this talk about how great support characters are now, we may not see. Well, okay. I'll give you Lumber. And still, HK can definitely pick Chognar. Instead, they pick Nina. I don't know why my buddy's not getting any love. He's great. He's better than most tanks at tanking. He does not do a lot of damage, but you can still kill people because they can't get away from you. It's fantastic. And you can only imagine how infuriating it is for the other guy, the guy that's like running for dear life, and he's throwing slows. He can't stop you. You're still coming. It's great. Nothing is more fulfilling, and I would always advise against chasing people into the jungle or chasing people in general. But when you've got everything available and you can just slow them, blow your ult, and just, you know, just deal damage, and then you slow them again and they're gonna try to slow you, they can't. You just keep chasing them, you just keep doing that weak damage, and after you pretty much run across the whole map, eventually they'll just die, and they've got to be mad about it. And at that point, if you can do that, they're going to be so tilted that they're going to make mistakes. And that's really the point. You've got to get people out of their frame of mind, and then you're there. Can't wait. I've heard a lot of good stuff about this solo Rax. Want to see what he can do in the jungle with Slims. He's got some good tanking stuff. Still, ATF, Crushed, Lumber, Malik, that's a ton of hit points. It's a similar situation. But I feel like with Alistair, it's going to allow them to move a little more freely and lock down the other team. Now that being said, Slims can get away from most things. Grak can prevent you from getting away from most things. Wonder Woman has some pretty strong buffs and a stun. She's got a pull. Mina's got a pull. You know, she can lock you down. I mean, this is a much better team setup, I think, for both. Well, it's a much better setup for HK. So I look forward to seeing them succeed. Crushed, though, you know, they in the patch they they made it so he generates twice as much rage, so he can ult twice as much, and that's a scary thing. Crushed was bad enough. You know it, I know it. I mean, he's just hard to deal with. Twice as much, though. And look at the cool graphics. I really like that stuff. So we've got a mob of people taking the red. Mina still, she's able to get away. They do get the red. Slims is going to jack the red team's red. So it's going to kind of be a wash. So everybody's pretty well even there. They're even on gold, basically. Lumber tries to get up there and slow him down, but it's too late. Wonder Woman, I think Wonder Woman is a sleeper pick that people sort of ignore. She gets a lot of, or she used to get a lot of play, and now people don't really mess with her. But she is a strong, strong character, both from a solo standpoint, from like a Dark Slayer lane pick. She can tank pretty well. She can do pretty solid damage, maybe not against Malik and Rourke, but she's still a strong pick. Alistair just throwing it down. These are all Hex is playing all my characters, which I really like. But is he building them correctly? You know, I can get judgy. Well, I mean, it's too early, I guess. Should have taken the upgrade. Now, see, I'm still being picky. Gotta stop doing that. Crushed. and Mina. That's going to be a super exciting fight. They do no damage, have 5 million hit points. Nope, nobody wants to see that. We'll move on. Crixie, just getting the poke damage. You don't want to get too close to Alistair because he will lock you down. But Crixie also has that stun as well. But she just walks right into Rourke, and Rourke goes off, takes her out. Mina's right there, but Rourke gets away. Alistair tries to slow Slims down, but can't. And Slims looks like he's going to put a little pressure on the lane. Unfortunately for him, Malik is there, but he's still able to clear the minions before they take or do any damage to the tower. We've got some action at the Abyssal. It looks like the Abyssal is done. So Rourke is, but this is my point. Rourke is still brutally efficient. He may not be the cheap tower monster that he was, but he can still do some crazy damage. Now we've got the whole team. Kresh ults, gets out. And just a simple fact, he probably would not have had his ult ready yet. Grak nabs him though and kills him. That's awesome. MVP for that fight is going to be Grak all day. Alistair, man, good timing. Alistair rolls in, kind of creates a field. Unfortunately, Grak isn't able to get the hook because of those minions. So it kind of allows him to just stand back. And Grak rolls down. Slims, meanwhile, is just back to the jungle. You gotta see, this could be an interesting fight, but the minions. Looks like Wonder Woman got there a little late, but Malik is just throwing down. That shield, once you get the timing right and you can maintain that shield, Malik can be really, really strong. Point positive. Wonder Woman is done. Wonder Woman is not done. Trixie rolls in, throws that ult out kind of early, but that seems to be the play. You drop it as you're moving in, and just kind of. I mean, they don't. It's less. People pay less attention to it if they're not in the ult when you cast it and then you move in, versus moving in when you're not as much of a threat and then casting it, because you're gonna take damage in the meantime. Grak's just clearing wave. Everybody's kind of split up. It looks like we're getting ready to see HK going for the Abyssal. I thought their position. Rourke moves in. Oh, that was. He just walked right into that. He's not. Is he gonna? No. Yeah, there's no way. Mina jumps in. Perfect timing. He's able to shut everybody down. And that. See, that's a really, really good play by HK. That was a nice job. And they're gonna take the Abyssal. I gotta stop with the yawning. The Abyssal, they're fighting hard for it, but ATF's there. I don't think they're gonna. Doesn't look like they're actually gonna jump in. They do steal it. Rourke, man. Nice job. He's probably mad. Mad about earlier. He's going hard for Wonder Woman and he can't get it. Crixie just steady poking, getting damage out there. Slims. He's clearing wave as fast as he can. He's got to, because they're coming hard. But they're able to clear it. It's all good. We're at 7 minutes. All towers are still up. Crest is, you know, he's just taking the vision from the Seagull and waiting. You got Lumber. He jumps in, but he doesn't have the damage to take Mina out. Crest kind of jumps back out. Rourke's just steady clearing their jungle. I mean, look at that. Look at the level difference. He's level 11. I mean, that's huge. I mean, well, he's dead. Malik rolls in. Crixie gets that ult. And that's when you see the damage. Lumber is not gonna get her. Yeah. We got Crest rolling in on the tower. They're all hurt though. So Slims and Crixie could really, yeah, and they know that, so they back off. They're still trying to get that jungle. And all it really does is inspire HK to take it. Alright. So, we got positioning ready for the Slayer. They're not going to take it though. Did you see that? Did you see it die? That's awesome. Oh. Alistair's done. No? Alistair lives. Better drop that stun. Good play on Crushed. Rourke goes to move in, but I don't think you realize how many people were actually there. They're just going to clear wave. They've got pressure on top. They had a little bit of pressure on mid. Malik gets jumped. He is able to get away. It looks like everybody's ready. But nobody's moving in. Just scouting Slayer, maybe? Yeah. Maybe they're going in. Yeah, Rourke going in on the Slayer. This is going to be the defining moment in the match. Are they able to take it? And yeah, they're definitely going to get it. Enraged Abyssal's up. So Dark Slayer dead. They're just clearing the jungle. It looks like they're going for the Abyssal. Look at this Crest. Just hanging in there. Just trying to be a pain. I like it. But he's able to hold him off just long enough for Rourke to get there. He's got the Enraged buff. He's got, I mean, the Sage for some reason. Who cares? Buffs. He's got a bunch of buffs. Minions roll in, and they are definitely taking that tower. Crixie's trying to get some damage out there, but Alistair just locks her down. Wonder Woman's just trying to slow him down. Really, that's all you can do at this point. You've got to slow them down. Meanwhile, Rourke's clearing top, Crest is clearing bottom. They did kill that Drake really fast, so that's good, but not. It pulls them away just enough for ATF to get pressure on that tower. We've got another wave coming. The Abyssal's still up. And I don't know, I haven't seen yet how hard it is to take the Abyssal after having taken the Dark Slayer. But, I mean, what do you do, like half damage? Like, what are the specifics of that? Does anybody know? And a little bit of pressure, Malik's rolling in, so that's not good for HK. He pretty much just did it to get him out, so that's not terrible. But yeah, and they're just going to take it anyway. Well, the buff's gone, so maybe that's all you need. So they go from Slayer buff to Abyssal buff. And that's going to be a really hard thing to back off. Yeah, Wonder Woman just gets melted. Fortunately, Mina's there, but her ult's gone. Let's see, Slims. He's got the damage, but yeah, that was nice. Nice escape from Slims. Grak unfortunately missed his hook, but I mean, there's a lot of movement there. They split. Yeah, Mina, you want to stick with them. At least till this buff's gone. But we do have... Rourke is dead without the buff. So, I mean, his buff's gone. They're able to get... They're getting Malik. Maybe? Malik goes down. So that's a big thing. They don't bother to take the Sage buff. They just get out. Slims grabs it. Slim's pretty close to max. As far as gear, he's over the gear hump. I mean, he's got what he needs. Let's see. This is really gonna be about who gets the CC down first, and whether or not they're able to take Rourke out. Because Rourke is the problem. And they jump on Rourke first thing. Lumber goes down first because Rourke blows his ult. Rourke just killing people, then crushed. It's just like one after another, just heavy hit points, heavy hit points, heavy hit points. I mean, that's hard to respond to. So yeah, just get back. Oh, Alistair almost goes down. I don't know if he was kind of in the side of the screen, but yeah, Rourke is just crazy fast clearing that jungle. Let's see. Slims just staying on it. Just clear wave. I mean, there's the point now. ATF, as far as levels, is pretty much maxed out. The only thing that can happen at this point is HK can just farm based on minion clear. But right now, I mean, they've got to hold them right now. Wonder Woman uses her ult, slows down, but it's not. Yeah, I think Rourke's just they've got too much damage in there. If they just focus on the core, yeah, it's done. Oh, I need Dayquil. Alright, so pretty close on kills. But crushed with the MVP. Over Rourke with 10 kills. Those 3 deaths are hurting. I mean, it's close, I guess, but still, you think 10, 4, and 2 is going to be a little bit bigger than 1, 1, 6. You would think. Let's see what I don't win. Alright. Yay. Arcana I won't use. That's awesome. So we've got... Where are you at? Useless Arcana. Here it is. See you. Alright, so one more. I think I'm done. I think I'm done with Arcana. Enlightened, Obliterate, trying to see. Does anybody see any Arcana that I need? Wolf, I think it was best of 5, was it not? Yeah, I think it's best of 5. Send me the lobby. Arcana. Tyrant, maybe? Or Undying? Undying seems really good. I don't know. Never used it. Prowess, no. Bastion, no. Focus. I've seen a bunch of stuff talking about using focus, but why go for the 1% when you can get, what is it? Like 0.7? Yeah. Hex, you get 0.7. 0.6 on one of the Valiants? Yeah. Like, why bother? Alright. So, is Crushed going to be banned? That's the question. Does Crushed get banned? Yeah, I'm just going to stay out of that. Bro. Alright. So after I got my comment in there,
Blue team's turn to ban.
let's do this. I mean, really, I feel... Who was the bigger problem from on ATF's team in that match? Crushed obviously had the MVP, but I don't really think he was the issue. Yeah, Rourke.
Blue team's turn to ban.
I just don't know. Like, if you're specifically banning people based on the team,
Red team's turn to ban.
who do you think is the best option? I mean, Crushed obviously was a problem. And again, nobody wants to play against Murad. Ever.
Blue team's turn to ban.
I'm really, really happy that we haven't seen Superman once. I don't even think he's been banned. It's just people just don't want to do that. And I fully support that. Just let it go. Leave Superman alone. Plus, he makes it so hard on good mages to do mage things. Alright, so we had Hex pick Natalia in the first match. He picked Alistair in match 2. I'm hoping we get somebody different. Likely not Kali. So Rourke's gone, Slim. Oh man, really?
Blue team's turn to pick.
Superman.
Red team's turn to pick.
That's my guild. I'm so let down by that choice. Yeah, I mean Rourke was brutal.
Blue team's turn to pick.
Look at this, Prada. How about Chognar? Chognar.
Red
I like the
team's
Alistair
turn
pick.
to pick.
I love that. He's really a lot of fun. I don't know. It looked like, I mean, as best he could. I mean, Slims was clearing pretty well. I mean, he wasn't able to get everything because of the Rourke situation, but oh, and then we have Scud again. Scud and Superman. Pick Chognar, man. God. Chognar. There we go. It doesn't even matter now. Let's watch the elephant. You know, Lindis is still good. I mean, I don't think she's. I mean, she is less powerful, but she's not powerless.
Red team's turn to pick.
So how do they respond to the Chognar? Is Grak the Chognar respond? Oh, crashed. I like it. Just go with it, man. Crushed with the double rage situation. It seems way too powerful. That's like you would think if they were gonna make a change to him that they'd, you know, like 1.5 or something. Nah, they just doubled it. I mean, he was good enough. Not GG. Superman is garbage. He's poo. I don't like him. I, I don't like Superman because it seems like every time I play with the Superman, there's I'm Natalia, and every time I try to do anything, like I'll throw my stun slash slow,
10 seconds.
line them up, and go for my ult, and I mean as as she's casting her ult, Superman comes in, knocks everybody out, and it's done. Can't do anything. It's heartbreaking. Like you have to to trick people into lining up for Natalia takes a little time. You have to take care of it and really get them in a line, and then Superman comes and just ruins everything. I just don't like him. But you know, he's still an auto ban to me. You know, I say that, and you know, just let it go. So, ATF's blue, so they'll be on the bottom. Tara's a fun pick. So we still have, each team's got 3 heavy hit points characters.
Welcome to
Look at this guy. Look, the game knew who I wanted to see. I don't even have to mash a button. I'll just sit back. Let's see what the elephant does. So we have potential for Superman, Tara at bottom. I thought with the Violet they would move into the river, but looks like they're going to stay back. Grax right there, Crushed is right there. Both level 1 versus level 2. Xenial, and well, that's a nice hook. Chognar can't really do much at the moment, but they're both tanky characters versus tanky characters. Chog slows pretty great, and he pretty much negates Grax's hook. Alistair versus Preda. I feel like initially Alistair has the upper hand, but I think Preda, once he's built right, his poke is just crazy. Grax kind of rolling in, just waiting. But it looks like Lindis knows they're there. Yeah, oh, they dodged that. That was really, really good by Ghost on that Alistair. That was a good play. That stun is great. That Alistair a little too far out. It's gonna take some damage. But nothing exciting yet. Superman gonna kind of jump in and just be annoying, as he is, doing crazy high damage with a punch. That's all it is. He flies in and he punches, hits like 15 people, and does crazy damage. It's not even a button, it's just an auto attack when you're flying. Meanwhile, down bottom, Chognar's doing elephant stuff. Grax there. I feel like Xenial is gonna, yeah, he ults. Just kind of get some life back. They're pushing him back. Preda gets a kill. It looks like Xenial's gonna take Alistair out. Yeah. Grax jumps in, but he's a little late. Xenial is now totally out of mana. Lindis is trying to do as much damage as she can. Well, there we go. Freda's in, doing damage. Chognar just watching the flank just to make sure they're good. So they get the gold, they get the pistol. Freda's gonna kind of push a little bit, but stay far enough back that, you know, they're okay. So low kills so far, though Chognar. Alistair taking some heat. Tara jumps in just in time. Grax is right behind her. You know they're there. Smart on the hook, just checking. Chognar there to keep the peace. Lindis is also there. No towers really under fire yet, except for mid, and still there's not a lot of damage to it. Grax missed that ult, which is unfortunate. And Chognar, Lindis roll into the jungle. Alistair could be a huge, huge difference maker in this fight, but it looks like he's gonna go. No, he lives. He does not live. That Alistair there was key, I think. Got that stun is tremendously important. Tara just clearing way, Violet in the back. But to be fair, Violet's jungle looks like it's totally clear. So she's got a little bit of time before the respawn. Abyssal's going to be up here in a second, and maybe Violet. Does Violet take it? Nah, she's going to help with the wave. Try to do something about the Xenial. We got a lot of heat, and unfortunately Lindis moves in and jumps in on that jungle. And that's just more levels for her. I mean, she's 4 levels above Grak currently. It's kind of a big deal. Alistair, ooh, yeah. He does live, but it's tough road. Superman is just Superman. Grak is there, able to clear the wave. Abyssal goes down again. And yeah, it looks like everybody's kind of rallying up in the middle. Gonna try to get what jungle they can. But they've got 3 right here. Xenial, Chognar, and Lindis. I mean, that's a crap load of hit points, and though everyone seems to disagree, Lindis still does crazy damage. As long as she's moving in and out of, well, Alistair had her locked down, so that's definitely good. She backs off. But there's still 4 there. Oh, she backs off to the jungle, so there's that. Superman just heavy pushing the wave. Alistair's got to back off. Grak rolls in, pulls Chognar, he gets away. Violet's there and is able to clear that wave. Meanwhile, down bottom, it looks like pretty much the whole red team moving into the mid. We got 3. Superman down. Grak is down. Lindis just steady putting out damage. They split it up, which is probably good. Xenial was able to get a kill, and that's oh, but they're so low. Violet in, gets a kill. Take the Chognar, take the Chognar. There you go. Xenial's able to get out, but that's really, really big for HK. They've got waves so they can clear, and then Superman. That's unfortunate, but you still got out. Well, so Xenial is there, Superman is there. Xenial just taking the Sage by himself. There's 3 guys there. He may be able to ult out. But that Alistair, oh yeah, that's not good. They got baited. And yeah, they're getting crushed. Superman, meanwhile, is just clearing wave mid. Violet just steady, clearing wave. And that's tough. When you're a jungler and you spend most of your time clearing wave, that is terribly inefficient. It's not, I mean, it's not really his fault. I mean, I don't know how I would respond to that. But he's doing the best anybody could. I mean, it's ATF's really, I mean, somebody said that earlier, but ATF's really got a handle on the draft, and it's putting them at an advantageous position. You can't get Chognar, man. Let it go. Grab anyone else. But all right, so we're about to see it go down. Grack almost. Superman's ready. Kraid is ready. Chognar is an elephant. He's always ready. Lindis is just, I mean, he's just clearing the jungle. That's, you can't clear waves and clear jungle. But they're keeping the pressure on. Superman just clearing the waves. We got everybody. Crest is up top clearing waves, which could be important with everybody else on bottom. That could give them the edge. They really need Alistair. There you go. Yeah, you got to move over. And once he gets a little bit of lockdown in the middle, that's unfortunate. He got there just in time to have to wait through the Chognar ult, and basically just made him ineffective. Superman doing Superman stuff. Lindis just ripping it apart. Tower goes down. They're in the core. Tara, seriously, don't think, yeah. So, that. Now, fair point. Obviously, I'm biased because I'm the guild leader of ATF. But from the standpoint of an observer, Chognar, I mean, when you're in the draft phase, that the game in the draft phase is just as important as the game itself. You have to use that time to determine counters for the other team. Now that's not to say that Pistol Beam is not the best Crush we have ever seen. Ghost could be the best Alistair we've ever seen. Dark King, Grack. You know, I mean, it's not a matter of your specific play on a particular character, especially in competitive play. When you're in tournaments, everything that you're used to in ranked matches and standard matches, it's gone. None of that matters. What matters is not picking the character that you think you can carry the whole team with, because really any of these 10 guys can carry their whole team in standard or ranked. The reality is, new item. The reality is you have to function well as a team, and you have to be there when your teammate needs you. So, something I've seen just in watching, these games. Number one, jungle. Move as fast as humanly possible to get to the next jungle spot. But if you notice, support is always moving. Support is never, gone are the days of the dual lane. It doesn't matter anymore. You have one guy up top, you have one guy up at the bottom, one guy in mid. And even if you look at the strategy section, when you're what used to be, pick a tank, or telling people what to do, it gives you a little map now, which is sort of useful and sort of confusing. But if you pick a support character, it automatically shows you in the river, because that's ideally what they're going to do. They're going to support not just one lane, they're going to support all the lanes. Hello, hello, hello. Huh. That guy, Fem Hollywood, is really excited to talk to people. You guys should definitely say hello to that guy. Anyway, try it. I would say And just in talking to people yesterday, you see a lot more support in solo queue because with the new items, with everything that's there, you can pick these characters in solo queue. You can do that. You can win. I mean, I ranked up this patch or this season. I ranked up pretty much playing Natalia. The season before, I ranked up playing Chognar, and people gave me a lot of grief about it, and we won. We won consistently in solo queue. With all the new stuff, you should have even greater success. But anyway, that's all we're doing for this particular scrim. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe. We will be streaming all of the PVL stuff, I believe, on Twitch. So I mean, we'll see about that. I may restream it on Twitch and stream it live on YouTube. We will have a second streamer. I'm not sure who that's going to be yet, but as soon as I get that information, I will post it on the Twitter site or on the Twitter for PVL, and the PVL website will be up tomorrow. Maybe even tonight. I'm so excited. Anyway, subscribe and like the videos. And if you have a video that you would like to see, if you have questions about the game that you would like answered, or if you want them answered by a specific team in the PVL, let me know. I will interview them. Be happy to do so. But thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you next time.